Hey, welcome back to the channel. So in today's video, I'm going to talk about how to get your first 1,000 email list subscribers for free and what I believe is the best method that you can use right now. So whether you are a brand spanking newbie or you're an established business owner, you need to be building your email list. Your email list is an asset that you own. It's not something like a YouTube channel or a Facebook profile or Instagram or LinkedIn that can be shut down at any time for whatever reason. The other thing is that people on your email list have chosen to hear from you. So they have willingly given you their email address so that they can hear what you have to say, and they end up becoming your best customers and clients. Now, there are dozens of different ways you can grow your list. One of the fastest ways, but also one of the most expensive ways, is through paid advertising. So the way that works is you have some kind of free report or a guide. You have a landing page where someone gives you their email address in exchange for that guide or that report, and you run paid advertising on Facebook or YouTube or Snapchat or TikTok to that landing page so that they give you their email address and you build your list that way. But I know not everyone has the money to spend thousands of dollars on testing out paid advertising and driving people to build their email list. So I want to share a free method today, and that method is using Facebook groups. Now, Facebook groups are really cool because it's kind of like hosting a party at your house, right? People are willing to come to your party and talk and listen to you because you are the host. And that is the benefit of having your own Facebook group. Now compare that to just mindlessly posting on your personal profile where you're just going to somebody else's house and you're just shouting and you're trying to get people to pay attention to you. It's a lot harder to engage with people and get them to pay attention when they're not in your group. So today I'm going to reveal how to build your own Facebook group and how to get your first 1,000 email list subscribers using your Facebook group. So let's dive into my computer. All right, so here I am on one of my Facebook groups called Email Marketing Rainmakers, and this one has 1.2K members. I started this about 11 months ago, 10 or 11 months ago. And here's another group. This is the first group that I started, which has 4.2K members, called Productized Profits. So I also have my email list here, which has 6,901 contacts. And these Facebook groups have been a big part in helping me grow my email list to the first 1,000 subscribers and up to 6,000 plus subscribers now. So I want to share that strategy with you today on how to create your own Facebook group that helps you to grow your email list and get your first 1,000 subscribers. So that's what we're going to talk about. And I'm just going to walk through it right now. So the first step is to create a group around a very specific result or a group of people. Now, this is an example of what I would call a group of people, email marketers and people who like to write emails or want to learn how to use email to grow their business. An example of a result-focused group could be something around start your first digital marketing agency, all right? Or start a 5-figure or 6-figure digital marketing agency, okay? So that could be result-focused. This is more based around people who are interested in email marketing or who are email marketers and copywriters. Now, the name of the group is very important because that is what's gonna attract people to join your group. So you can see this one, this is gonna attract email marketers and people who are interested in using email to grow their business. The Productized Profits group, this is around building an info product business, right? So this is going to attract people who want to build digital and info products. So the name is very important, not just to attract and excite the people that you are trying to work with, but also because of the keywords, right? So people who are searching for info product groups or how to productize yourself, or people who are searching for email marketing are going to find my groups, right? So that's step number one, is to create a group around a specific result or a group of people. So the second step is to create some kind of freebie that you're going to give away to people when they join your group. So this group's about email marketing. People who join this group are going to be interested in email marketing. So I created something called the Subject Line Secrets Report. And I made this in a few hours in Canva. And it's what I give away to people in exchange for their email address when they join my group. So here's what the page looks like for them to, once they join my group, they can get this and download it by giving me their first name and email address. And this is just like an 8-page report on how to write good subject lines. And that's what you want to do as well. Think about your group. What can you give away? What's like a small little thing that you can give away to people in exchange for their email address when they join your group, right? Think about what that is. I can't tell you what that is because I don't know what your group's about. But for example, my group's around email marketing. I created something called the Subject Line Secrets Report, which teaches you just one little piece of how to write a good subject line. Now, step number 3 is to leverage the 3 membership questions to qualify and collect email addresses. So if I go here to membership questions, you can see here, question 1 is a qualifier. it says, what type of business do you run, right? I'm just trying to get an idea of what types of people are joining this group. So I have some common examples: information, online education, e-commerce, SaaS, professional services, and there's also a bubble here for them to fill out other if it's not one of these four here. So that's question one. It's more of a qualifier, like what niche are you and what kind of business do you run? Question two is the one that collects their email address. So you can see here, enter your email only if you want to put, or if you want my subject line secrets report. Do not just put yes, put your email address. And I'll tell you why I say this in a second here. And then question three says, we help people make their first 1K to 5K per month online, writing simple emails for other businesses. Would you like us to private message you the details explaining how? Type yes or no. So this one is, I have a coaching program, and if someone wants to learn more about it, they just put yes in here, and I just reach out via private message, and we get coaching sales that way. So you can see here, qualifier, right? What type of business do they run? If they say something like, I don't run any type of business, I don't know what you're talking about, sometimes I won't let them into the group because it doesn't make sense. Question two is enter your email if you want my freebie or my subject line secrets report. And then question three is if they want more details about my coaching program, they put yes, and then I reach out directly. So for your group, you can have a very similar structure, right? One question to figure out who they are and a little more info about them. Question two could be whatever your freebie is, you're giving it to them in exchange for them putting their email address here. And then question three is maybe you have a course or a coaching program or some kind of product. You can ask people if they want it here. And then if they say yes, you can send it over to them via private message. Now, the reason I say do not put yes is I use a software called GroupFunnels. And what GroupFunnels does is it automatically takes people's email addresses that they enter here when they join my group, and it ports them into ActiveCampaign, which is how I send my emails and where I keep the list of contacts of people who opt in. So when someone joins my group, if they put their email address here, I use the tool called GroupFunnels. I'll link to it below, and it just automatically takes their email address and puts them onto my email list where I can then market to them and show them my different offers, and they get on my daily email list. So those are the three questions. Very powerful if you learn how to leverage it for your business. So if you create a group, make sure that you are using these three questions to qualify and collect email addresses with the tool GroupFunnels if you're using that. Now, step four, how do you get your first 100 plus group members, right? How do you get people to your group? Well, there's a lot of grinding and hustling. If you're gonna do it free, you're gonna have to post a lot of content and get people interested in joining your group. So one way to do that is just, if I go to my personal profile here, you can see I make a lot of personal posts, or I was making a lot of personal posts, and I linked to my Facebook group in my bio here, right? My information on the left here, and in my bio, this links to my Facebook group. So you can do the same thing. If you are not using any paid advertising, you're going to need to get people's attention and share with them why they need to join your group. And you can do that through content on your personal Facebook profile, and then having these links here to your group. So there's no easy way or magic pill way to get people into your group. It's just posting relevant content and having links for people to join your group if they're interested in that type of content. Now, the cool thing about Facebook groups is once you reach around 100 to 200 members, Facebook is going to have a better idea of the types of people who are joining your group and the niche that your group is in, and it's going to start recommending your group for free to other people who are just like the people who are already in your group. Now, I don't know if I can see it on my end. Usually there's other groups here that are promoted. Let me see if I can find an example here. So if I go to this group, let's see if it shows me any similar groups. It's not showing it right now, but it used to show similar groups here on the right-hand side under this. Maybe it's just not showing up for whatever reason. But once you reach a few hundred subscribers, or not subscribers, once you reach a few hundred members in your group, then Facebook's going to start showing it to other people, and it's going to start showing it in its own search engine here. Now, another thing is if you want to speed up the members in your group and you want to speed up the growth of your group, you can always run paid advertising to that free report or that free guide that you created and getting people into your group that way. But if you don't have any money to spend or invest, you can just start posting content organically and getting people interested in joining your group. And you can easily get your first 100 members by just doing that and staying consistent with content. So if you're looking for your first 100 or 1,000 email list subscribers, and whether you are a brand spanking newbie or an established business owner who's just starting their email list, I highly recommend you do it the way that I showed you in this video. The cool thing about Facebook groups is they're free to start. And also, when you are growing your email list using a Facebook group, you're going to be growing both your Facebook group community and your email list at the same time. So you're growing two different assets at the same time, and you're using one to grow the second. And my Facebook group and my email list are the two biggest drivers of my sales. And I use content to get people into my Facebook group. And then from there, they're on my email list. So I'm able to grow both my community on Facebook and also my email list both at the same time. So if you enjoyed this and you got value out of this and you want to see more content around Facebook groups and email list building, make sure you give it a like and subscribe. And that's it for this video. I'll see you in the next one.